I'm Tanna Marshall here with your Feel Good Friday message. This week I want to talk to you about your well-being when you're injured. When I cut myself really badly last week, and I probably should have had stitches, but I'm just not into the hospital thing. So my niece helped patch me up, and I've got the gashes pulled together, and so I'm healing, but I can't do a lot with my hand right now. So it's been an interesting week. And so I thought this would be a good thing to talk to you about this week. Uh, I haven't really had to do everything one-handed for, I can't even remember when. I've had wrist issues and worn wrist braces in the past, but this I have to be so careful because every movement, it hurts, and I want to make sure that I'm not disturbing the skin. I want it to fuse back together, and it just hurts. So I got to be careful of how I use it. But it's interesting. It's reminded me that sometimes you have to let other people help you. And I am so not used to that because I'm used to doing everything by myself. Because as most of you know, I'm my mom's full-time caregiver, and it's just me and her here during the week. I have help on the weekends. People come in when I'm with my husband because that's the only time I have to spend with him. And sometimes people will come in and help me with her during the week if I have to go run an errand or if I'm gone for the day. But I'm just not used to this. I mean, and before I was taking care of my mom, I lived alone for 15 years. So I'm really used to doing everything by myself. And on the rare occasion where I have to ask for some physical help. But this has been really interesting. And I'll have to say that right after it happened, my niece kicked into gear and she cleaned everything up. A glass broke. She cleaned it all up because I felt like I was going to pass out immediately. And so I had to go sit down, and I'm trying to do direct pressure and hold it up. And then I had to lay on the floor because I felt like I was going to pass out. And I'm so glad that it was a Friday because I was going to be going away for the weekend with my husband so I could let my hand rest. And, I had my niece and other people here caring for my mom, and our Sunday caregiver. I'm like, can you please bathe my mom? Because, I have a hard time getting it wet. I have a hard time bathing myself right now. In fact, I couldn't wash my hair or style it for a few days, and I just got back from dry bar. It was an excuse to finally get a dry bar and get a blowout. So I thought this is a good time to do my video right after my blowout. Does it look good? I'm pretty happy with it. Hope it lasts a few days. So anyway, it was just nice to have my niece cleaning everything up, kind of taking over with my mom a little bit early. My neighbor was helping. Like I said, she bandaged me up. But it reminded me of other times when I've been injured or sick, and I've still had to just power through and do stuff on my own. I mean, I've cared for my mom with a sprained sacrum, with a sprained ankle, feeling so sick I could barely lift my head, and now one-handed. So it's been interesting. But there have been times in my past when I had to get help. When I first was diagnosed with lupus when I was 15. Fortunately, it was during the summer, so I didn't have to deal with school. But I was so grateful that I had my parents there to help. And when you're a teenager, you're not doing everything for yourself anyway, so it wasn't as prevalent to me at that point. But I can't remember how long ago it was. I had my gallbladder out, and I was living alone, and I was dating my husband at the time. And it was only outpatient surgery, but it was surgery. And, I had the laparoscopic, so I had little incisions all over my abdomen. And oh my God, you don't realize how much you use all of those muscles to laugh, to cough, to use the bathroom. And boy, it was interesting. But I chose to stay at home and take care of myself after my surgery so my husband could come visit me. How retarded is that? I look back now and I'm like, oh my God, I had both my parents there, willing, able, and wanting to take care of me. And I passed it up because I wanted to stay home so my husband could come visit me. Oh my God. So it was a week. I took care of myself after my surgery, and it was okay. My mom ran a couple errands for me and picked up a few things for me, but primarily I was on my own. So I haven't had a lot of things in the past where I have had to ask for help. But, sometimes you have to delegate. And I'm really learning that this week. And I'm having to get more help with my mom in general. We've had a shift in our schedule. So I'm going to have to hire our caregiver company a little bit more. And so the timing is very interesting on all of this. So it's kind of a lesson for me this week that part of my well-being is getting the support that I need when I need it. Sometimes you might not always need it, but just recognize when you do need it. If you're sick, if you're injured, if you're overwhelmed, whatever is keeping you from operating at maximum capacity, if you can get help or, like I said, delegate some of the responsibilities you have to other people that you trust with them, that you know will carry them out and do them well and do them the way you want and just do them, that's a really great thing to have. And I am finding that this week. I'm just not used to having to ask for help with things. I mean, I have to ask my neighbor to come over and help me redo this, and I'm hoping uh, that it lasts a while. So that's really what I want to talk to you about today is just make sure you're getting the support to be able to maintain your well-being in general. And if it's something specific, like I'm trying to let my hand heal right now, so I have to get the support I need for the well-being of my hand and for my mom so that she can still be cared for without any kind of neglect because of my injury. So it's been interesting trying to care for her one-handed, but she kind of gets it and she's helping out, so it's a good thing. But one thing I am able to do one-handed is these videos for you. So once again, I want to thank you for spending this time with me. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate your comments. I'm glad so many of you are getting so much out of the little well-being series, something that we all need. We teach what we most need to learn. So whatever I'm sharing with you, it's a lesson that I've needed myself. So I'm glad that you're getting something out of it. And just thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And if you do enjoy these videos, remember to subscribe to my channel on YouTube and share with anybody you think might benefit from this message. And if you would like these videos delivered straight to your inbox every Friday, jump over to my website, tannamarshall.com, join the mailing list, get your free gift, join our little community. We'd love to have you there. And so I just want to wish you a great weekend. If you need any kind of support, just allow yourself to receive it. It's okay. Doesn't mean you're weak. Doesn't mean anything's wrong. Doesn't mean you're not keeping up. Sometimes you just need a little support. And I'm going to practice what I preach. So have a great one, and I will see you next week.